I got style from Performance Plus.
I got a great price from Performance Plus.
I got great service from Performance Plus.
Performance Plus is your neighborhood tire and automotive center. We carry a full line of major brand tires and rims and specialize in computer diagnostics. From engines and lubes to tires and rims, Performance Plus delivers service you can depend on. Performance Plus, 2 blocks south of Sepulveda on Hawthorne and Torrance. Just look for the BF Goodrich sign.
Cookin' Stuff in Torrance has been named the South Bay's best cooking store for the 2nd straight year by the Torrance Daily Breeze. We'll let our customers tell you why.
The vast selection, first of all, customer service. I love that if I am looking for something that they can special order it. A lot of times other places can't do that. And I think the prices are really competitive.
Cookin' Stuff features over 25,000 products in 11,000 square feet. Everything you need for the kitchen. Celebrating 35 years. Owned and operated by the Cates family since 1973. Open every day, 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Cornerstone Windows and Doors, now offering high-quality retractable screens. You only see them when you need them. 944-1814.
Channel 45 Sports and K-Raw Productions present Bay League High School Basketball, the Leuzinger Olympians versus the Redondo Union Seahawks. Hi everyone, I'm David Smock along with our producer-director John Geyer. Welcome to Seahawk Pavilion on the campus of Redondo Union High School in Redondo Beach. For the Leuzinger Olympians, their head coach Reggie Morris Jr. in his 6th year, a record of 11-7 overall, 2-1 in the Bay League. They will start in numerical order. Jerry Evans, a 6'7 junior, 6'2 senior Edric Stamps, 6'1 senior Cameron Bell, 5'9 junior Larry Dennis, and 6'7 senior Deshaun Freeman. A lot of their players are guards or play the wing. And now Tom Meyer, the head coach of Redondo Union, his 7th year, a 9-8 record overall, 2-1 in the Bay League. They will start in numerical order. 5'10 junior guard DeAndre Betty, 6'1 senior guard Justin McCurdy, and now 6'5 senior center Josh Hawkins being introduced. Chad Tirado, 6'5 junior forward, and he'll be joined up front, 6'4 senior forward Kevin Dawson, the starting lineup. So Tirado gets to start. We were told Tirado, but he told the coaches, no, it's Tirado, T-I-R-A-D-E-A-U. We'll talk more about that later. The officials for the contest tonight, the referee is Brian Richard, and the umpire is Ken Landsman. And this contest will go a long way to determining the outcome of the Bay League this season. Both teams are 2-1. And they're going to be chasing Miracosta as the Mustangs, after a horrible season last year, have come out and posted a very fine record. In fact, for Miracosta, they've gone to 11-8, 12-8 overall. They have since won since beating Redondo Union. So the Seahawks definitely would like to win, try to keep pace with the Mustangs. And of course, for Leuzinger Olympians, they're in their red road uniforms trimmed in white and blue. Redondo Union in their home white uniforms trimmed in black. And jumping is Deshaun Freeman against Josh Hawkins of Redondo, and the ball is controlled by Leuzinger. And the first shot of the ball game by Jerry Evans is no good. And this is Redondo's first time with the basketball. And Dawson gets it over to McCurdy. McCurdy leading the scorer last game against Miracosta. And a three-point basket by Kevin Dawson. And the Seahawks strike first, lead 3-0. Assist by McCurdy. McCurdy led the Seahawks in the 60-46 loss to Miracosta with 16 points. Dawson in that ball game. And we'll get that for you in just a second as the shot by Cameron Bell goes in and out. Dawson was the other Seahawk in double figures with 10 points against the Mustangs. Hawkins gets called for his first personal foul. Leuzinger will inbound the basketball and a fresh 35-second shot clock. It's a very different look for Leuzinger this year with the red road uniforms. And the school colors are red, white, and blue. They traditionally wear blue. Shot by Deshaun Freeman off the rim. And DeAndre Betty getting tied up there. Dawson with the basketball. And pass to Dawson might have been knocked out of bounds by Edric Stamps. Because of injury, Coach Reggie Morris Jr. is about three of his players, Quell Quinn, Dominique Coy, and Ryan Williams not in uniform tonight, or at least will not play for Leuzinger. Loose ball finally picked up by McCurdy. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock, 8 seconds. Not quite sure they realize that, 5 seconds. Follow away shot, short by Dawson. Long down court pass to Bell. And Bell loses the ball and is fouled in the process.
Number 4, DeAndre Betty, picked up his first foul on that play.
DeAndre Betty gets called for the foul. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Cameron Bell, 6'1", senior guard and wing at the free throw line. He scores Leuzinger's first point of the ball game, 3-1 Redondo, with 6:16 just underway in the opening stanza. Second one is also good, and it's a 1-point Redondo lead at 3-2. McCurdy comes in to help Dawson on the inbound pass. McCurdy over to, well, a mystery player number 24. We'll check on the numbers later, but the shot's no good. Ball rebounded by Freeman. Now from the far side, off the glass, Stamps misses. That was going to be against number 24, his first personal. No announcement yet from Jim Ball. Darwin, check that, Deshaun Freeman. Yeah, that one is good. So Freeman with 2 free throws gives Leuzinger their first lead of the game, 4-3. And we'll check on name number 24. He's not on the varsity roster, so it might have been an add-on. We'll check on that. McCurdy with the basketball gets it into Dawson. From the corner. Otto, 6'4". Leuzinger Boyd with the basket. So it's 8-4 Redondo. Just over 5 minutes to go first quarter. Stamps gets it out to Larry Dennis from outside the arc. And Boyd with the rebound as he picks up the loose ball. McCurdy for 3. And that comes off the rim and goes out of bounds.
Now in the game for Leuzinger, number 0, Devontae Norton.
So Devontae Norton in the basketball game. He'll take over for Larry Dennis in the Leuzinger lineup. Redondo 8, Leuzinger 4. Coming up shortly on the midway mark of the opening stanza. And off balance shot by Deshaun Freeman. There's a foul and a whistle. Josh Hawkins gets called for his second personal foul here in the first 3 minutes and 28 seconds of the ball game. And going to the free throw line is Deshaun Freeman, 6'7" senior wing and post for head coach Reggie Morris Jr. That one is good. Reggie Morris Sr. is head coach at Southwest College in Los Angeles. The moment, check out Gordon Sutton in the lineup, coming back after a leg injury. McCurdy quickly down and score. McCurdy, his first 2 points of the ball game. 10-5 in favor of Redondo as the Seahawks have double figures on the board. Shot by Norton, out of bounds. That was the unusual about Devontae Norton of Leuzinger. He wears the number 0 on his uniform, and that's extremely rare at the high school level to see that kind of number. Dawson inbounds, or trying to anyway. Finally gets it in. I think Sutton, normally 33, might be wearing 13 tonight. Missed shot is rebounded by Evans. Shot off the glass. Follow up by Stamps is good. 10-7 Redondo. And past the midway point, 3.5 minutes to play, first quarter. A reminder that the first quarter of tonight's game is being brought to you by Pam Murray, State Farm Insurance at 604 North Pacific Coast Highway in Redondo Beach. For more information, please call 318-6199. That's 318-6199. Pam Murray, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Dawson and McCurdy. 15 seconds on the shot clock out of a possible 35. Boyd. Ball was rebounded by Sutton. Out to Dawson at the buzzer. But is rebounded by Leuzinger. Norton into the front court. Drives along the far side of the baseline. Bank shot, score it. So it's 10-9 in favor of Redondo, 2:46 to play. Norton going toe-to-toe with Boyd.
Number 0, Devontae Norton picked up that foul. His first, team's first.
Norton picks up his first personal foul, first team foul against Leuzinger. Been 4 called in the first half. And there's a timeout on the floor, 2 minutes, 46 seconds to play in the first quarter with the score. The Redondo Union Seahawks 10 and the Leuzinger Olympians 9. Rundown scoring in the first quarter for Leuzinger. Devontae Norton with 2 points, Edric Stamps with 2. Cameron Bell with 2 points, and lead scorer for the Olympians, Deshaun Freeman, with 3 points, all from the charity line. Meanwhile, Justin McCurdy with 2 points, Chad Tirado with 2, Dawson with 3, and Boyd with 2. So like I said, we have Sutton tonight wearing 13 instead of 33. Play resumes after the timeout. Dawson with the basketball for the Seahawks. And the pass for DeAndre Betty goes out of bounds. One-point ball game, 2.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Leuzinger moving the ball around the perimeter. Long shot by Stamps off the backboard, rebounded by Dawson. McCurdy into the front court for Redondo. Switches off to Dawson outside the arc. McCurdy drives in the lane, and the block. I think it's also going to result in a foul as well. Jerry Evans. And Evans gets called for the foul. That's his first. It's the second team foul against the Olympians. And that'll send Justin McCurdy, 6'1" senior guard, will go to the line. McCurdy already with 2 points in the ball game tonight. And he gets his first free throw. It's 11-9 Redondo. And now it's a 3-point lead for the Seahawks. 2 minutes to play, first quarter. 12-9 Redondo. Again, Leuzinger is doing everything in their power to try to break inside the arc. Now the shot clock down to 9. And the ball knocked away by Sutton. Loose ball. Who has it? The mad rugby scrum. And McCurdy comes up with it. Justin McCurdy. And he's going to draw a Leuzinger foul. Evans gets his second personal foul. The third team foul. Kevin Dawson will inbound the basketball for Redondo just to the right of our Channel 45 Sports courtside location. Gets it into Sutton and McCurdy. You have lots of time with 35-second shot clock, 1:15 to go in the quarter, 25 on the shot clock. Dawson shoots, in and out. Ball rebounded, down court pass to Norton. And Norton misses, rebound McCurdy. And McCurdy is fouled. I think the foul at the other end before was by Freeman. And Freeman may get called on this one. No, so it's going to be Larry Dennis. Dennis will pick up his first personal foul. Both teams now with 4 team fouls in the first half. McCurdy at the free throw line. He's already 2 of 2 from the stripe. And 4 points in the first quarter. That one is good. He has 5 of the 12 points. And McCurdy gives Redondo their biggest lead of the first quarter as the Seahawks lead the Olympians 14-9. We have under a minute to play first quarter. Shot from the corner, air ball, and picked up by DeAndre Betty as DeLon Wright missed. Sutton off the backboard. And McCurdy with the assist. And now the Seahawks will open up a 16-9 lead. Shot clock turned off. Leuzinger can work for the last shot of the opening stanza. And traveling is called against Leuzinger. So now Redondo will have 17 seconds left on the scoreboard to see if they can do anything. Seahawks up by 7. DeAndre Betty with the basketball, gives to McCurdy. 10 seconds. Betty off balance, and he'll draw the foul.
Leuzinger foul on number 12, Deshaun Freeman, his first.
Deshaun Freeman gets called for his first personal foul of the ball game. 5 team fouls. 5 team fouls against Leuzinger here in the first quarter. DeAndre Betty, the 5'10 junior guard, at the line for Redondo. And Betty gets his first point of the ball game. Betty had 6 points in his last game here at Seahawks Pavilion against Miracosta. Nails both of them. And the Seahawks lead 18-9. And a desperation shot at the buzzer by Cameron Bell. And that is the end of the first quarter with the score. The Redondo Union Seahawks 18 and the Leuzinger Olympians 9. A reminder that tonight's game is being brought to you by Pam Murray State Farm Insurance in Redondo Beach. Pam Murray State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Cookin' Stuff, celebrating its 35th anniversary in 2008. 20,000 items and 11,000 square feet. If Cookin' Stuff doesn't have it, you don't need it. By Cornerstone Windows and Doors, exceeding expectations. Bay Cities National Bank with 5 locations to serve you in the South Bay, including 1333 South Pacific Coast Highway in Redondo Beach. Bay Cities National Bank, the community business bank of the South Bay. And by the Performance Plus Tire and Automotive Centers in Torrance. David Smock, John Geyer at Seahawks Pavilion. In between the first and second quarter, the rundown scoring for you very quickly. For Leuzinger, 3 points by Freeman, Bell, Stamps, and Norton all with 2 points. And that accounts for their 9 points. 2 points by Betty, 6 points by McCurdy, 2 by Sutton, 2 by Tirado, and 2 by Boyd. And that's where we stand right now as Justin McCurdy leads all scorers with 6 points underway, second quarter. Both teams 2-1. I'll check that. I was going to say Leuzinger's 2-1. And for Redondo, they are 1-2 in the Bay League. So again, they kind of want to get back to 500 in the Bay League standings. And Cameron Bell, for Bell, it's 5 in the ball game for him. Seahawks lead by half a dozen points, 18-12. Dawson with the ball after he gave it to Mendoza for a moment. Comes out to Betty. Mendoza, Dawson, top of the key for 3. Score. So that's 6 for Kevin Dawson to match the 6 by McCurdy. And the assist going to Chris Mendoza, the 6'2 senior forward. Betty gets called for a second personal foul. It's the 4th team foul. I'll check that. They update the scoreboard now. 5th team foul against Redondo. So Bell at the free throw line, exactly 7 minutes to play until halftime. Bell misses that one. 21-12 Seahawks as they lead by 9. Bell's second shot goes in. It's 21-12, inverted score in favor of the Seahawks as they're up by 9. From the corner, shot missed by Tirado. So jump ball, possession will belong to Leuzinger on alternating possessions as Norton will inbound the basketball to Larry Dennis. All right, turnaround jumper by Freeman doesn't fall in. McCurdy comes down the other end. Dawson drives towards the basket. Ball rebounded by Tirado. His putback is no good. And Tirado saves the ball before it goes out of bounds and gets the ball to McCurdy. And they got a fresh 35-second shot clock in the process. Wow, what a great job by Tirado. Now Dawson for 3. Comes off the back of the rim, rebounded by McCurdy. McCurdy spins, moves, air ball. And it's rebounded by Dennis for Leuzinger. Norton in the paint and off the backboard. 4 points for Norton. McCurdy being double teamed, gets the ball to Dawson. And Sutton is fouled, limping a little bit. He might be able to tell his right leg is heavily taped. That's why he missed some ball games, but now Sutton is back. So Gordon Sutton, 6'7" senior, along with Jordan Mitchell at 6'7", the two tallest players on Tom Meyer's Redondo roster. And Sutton gets the first one. Garrity into the ball game now. Nick Garrity, 6' senior guard, checks in for the Seahawks. 22-15 in favor of Redondo. 5:42 to go in the first half. And second one by Sutton doesn't go. 3 points for Sutton. Side of the backboard, rebounded by Redondo. So Chad Redondo coming down with the defensive board. Garrity over the far corner to Redondo. Out to Boyd. Dawson from the corner for three. Fight for the rebound. Then coming up with it is Norton. Off the backboard, follow up comes off the backboard as well. 5-on-4. Betty. And that was Deshaun Freeman on the putback who went down and was slow to get up to rejoin his teammates. Dawson called for his first personal foul of the game. 22-15. Norton from the corner. And it takes a couple of bounces and falls there. Devontae Norton with 6 points. Norton's not a tall kid either, 5'9" sophomore. A guard for Coach Reggie Morris Jr. And Garrity for three. And it's 25-18 Redondo coming up on the midway point of the second quarter. Again, coming up at the half, we'll have the Bay Cities National Bank halftime report. Norton from the corner is short. And good job by both Sutton and Dawson to watch the ball go out of bounds. And since it was last touch by Leuzinger, possession goes over to the Seahawks. Jerry Evans now checks in the lineup for Leuzinger. 4 minutes to go until halftime. Redondo Union 25, Leuzinger 18 as the Seahawks are up by 7. Dawson drives in the lane. The little shot comes off the rim. Rebound, turnaround jumper by Redondo. That doesn't fall. And the ball is rebounded by Jerry Evans for the Olympians. Evans. It's 2 for him. 11 points here in the second quarter for Leuzinger after scoring only 9 in the first quarter. Boyd, score it. Boyd with 5. Norton. 8 points for Norton. And he leads Leuzinger in scoring. Seahawks by 6, 28-22, 3 minutes until the intermission. Garrity, fall-away jumper for 2. It's 5 for Garrity, all in the second quarter. 31-22 Redondo. Oh my gosh! Wow, look at that shot by Cameron Bell. Woo! Don't see that every day. Now that's 9 points for Bell. So he takes over Norton in the scoring for Leuzinger. 9 points by Cameron Bell, 6'1" senior guard and wing player. Ball will be inbounded by Kevin Dawson.
Now in the game,
Derek Veal checks back into the ball game for the Olympians, 6'4" junior. Charles Watts, 5'11" junior guard, also in the lineup for the Olympians. Boyd in the backcourt. Garrity. Garrity drives along the other side of the lane, scores. 7 points by Nick Garrity coming off the bench here in the second quarter. 33-25, 8-point lead for the Seahawks. Dawson with the rebound. There's a timeout on the floor. 2 minutes, 8 seconds to play in the first half with the score. The Redondo Union Seahawks 33 and the Leuzinger Olympians 25. Well, coming up at the half, the Bay Cities National Bank halftime report brought to you by Bay Cities National Bank. With 5 locations in the South Bay to serve you, including 1333 South Pacific Coast Highway in Redondo Beach, Bay Cities National, the community business bank of the South Bay. And again, we want to thank Mark Smith and the wonderful staff at Bay Cities National Bank again for being our halftime sponsor this season. As in the background, you may be able to hear the Redondo Union High School pep band as they're entertaining the fans here at Seahawk Pavilion. Alongside our producer director John Geyer, David Smock courtside at Seahawk Pavilion on the campus of Redondo Union High School in Redondo Beach, California. In addition to our fans watching on Time Warner Cable Channel 45 in Redondo Beach, I'd also like to welcome the basketball fans watching tonight on the internet on Vootage.com. Back to action after the timeout. Deandra Betty loses the basketball, but it's recovered by Dawson. Garrity along the baseline. Goes over to Redondo. Dawson gets the rebound just when I thought Leuzinger was going the other way. Garrity with the ball. Loses the handle and is called for traveling. So Justin McCurdy checks back into the ball game for Redondo. 6 points in the ball game. Minute 40 until the break. Of course, during the Bay Cities National Bank halftime report, we'll run down the scoring. 3-point basket by Jerry Evans. That's 5 for Evans here in the second stanza. 33-28, 5-point ball game. Just when it looked like Redondo was going to have a chance to run away with it. Dawson with the basketball. Gives it off to Redondo, in and out. And ball rebounded by Deshaun Freeman. Edric Stamps for 3. 5 for Stamps. And now it's a 2-point ball game after Redondo led by about 10. I think that was their high of the ball game. And now it's a 1-possession game. 45 seconds left in the second quarter. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot clock running 22 seconds ahead of the scoreboard. McCurdy gives it to Betty. 35 seconds to play in the half. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Betty drives towards the lane, and the ball is blocked by DeLon Wright. Wright, a 6'1" sophomore guard. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession is retained by the Seahawks with 5 seconds on the shot clock and 26 seconds remaining on the scoreboard. The Redondo Union Seahawks 33, the Leuzinger Olympians 31. McCurdy, off-balance shot, falls in. As a case of being better to be lucky than good. 8 points for McCurdy. And quickly responding at the other end is Freeman with 2. That's 5 for him. Now Redondo can work for the last shot of the game. Shot clock turned off, 10 seconds left. McCurdy lets it fly. Battle for the rebound. Controlled for a split second by Dawson, but it goes out of bounds. And with 3 seconds, the Olympians will have to try to go the length of the floor to get the ball into the basket. Norton pulls up, and it would not have counted even if it had gone in. So in the second quarter, Redondo was outscored 24-17. And at the end of the first half, it's the Redondo Union Seahawks 35 and the Leuzinger Olympians 33.
Cookin' Stuff in Torrance has been named the South Bay's best cooking store for the second straight year by the Torrance Daily Breeze. We'll let our customers tell you why.
The vast selection, first of all, customer service. I love that if I am looking for something that they can special order it. A lot of times other places can't do that. And I think the prices are really competitive.
Cookin' Stuff features over 25,000 products in 11,000 square feet. Everything you need for the kitchen. Celebrating 35 years. Owned and operated by the Cates family since 1973. Open every day, 10 a.m. until 6 p.m.
I got style from Performance Plus.
I got a great price from Performance Plus.
I got great service from Performance Plus.
Performance Plus is your neighborhood tire and automotive center. We carry a full line of major brand tires and rims and specialize in computer diagnostics. From engines and lubes to tires and rims, Performance Plus delivers service you can depend on. Performance Plus, 2 blocks south of Sepulveda on Hawthorne and Torrance. Just look for the BF Goodrich sign.
Give me a thing! Give me an O! Give me an R! Give me an N! Give me an A! Give me an O! Give me an S! Give me a T! Give me an O! Give me an N! Give me an E! What's it spelled? What's it spelled?
Cornerstone Windows and Doors, now offering high-quality retractable screens. You only see them when you need them. 944-1814.
Welcome to the Bay Cities National Bank Halftime Report, brought to you by Bay Cities National Bank, with 5 locations to serve you, including 1333 South Pacific Coast Highway in Redondo Beach. Bay Cities National, the community business bank of the South Bay. I'm David Smock at Seahawk Pavilion on the campus of Redondo Union High School. At halftime, Redondo Union leading Leuzinger by a score of 35-33. Take a look at scoring in the first half for the Olympians. Cameron Bell with 9 points. Devontae Norton off the bench with 7 points. Jerry Evans with 5, and Edric Stamps with 5 points. Meanwhile, leading the scoring for the Seahawks, Justin McCurdy with 8 points. Nick Garrity with 7 points. Kevin Dawson has 6, and Brandon Boyd had 5 points in the first half for Coach Tom Myers. Again, at halftime, the Redondo Seahawks leading the Leuzinger Olympians 35-33. And you've been watching the Bay Cities National Bank Halftime Report, brought to you by Bay Cities National Bank, the community business bank of the South Bay. Both teams back on the floor for the start of the third quarter. And we have an update on the scoreboard. It is 34-33. Originally at 35-33, so 1-point ball game as Kevin Dawson inbounds the basketball to start the third quarter. And the Seahawks lead by 1. And what now has become a very tightly contested Bailey basketball game tonight between the Leuzinger Olympians and the Redondo Union Seahawks. McCurdy from the corner comes out, and ball is rebounded by DeLon Wright. Leuzinger trying to improve to 12-7 overall, 3-1 in the Bay League, as Edric Stamps. And that gives, well, I'm going to say a 2-point basket, but the basket by Stamps gives Leuzinger the lead at 35-34. First time they've had the lead in the ball game tonight. DeAndre Betty, and it'll be a foul as Betty goes down. So the correction, as mentioned, was a 2-point basket. Bill gets called for a second personal foul, 1 team foul. Dawson will inbound the basketball. And gets it into Redondo.
We just had 30.
Wait,
We don't know nothing.
Battle for the rebound as Fan was coming up to us talking while we were on the air, and they're a foul. (35-34). favor of Leuzinger. 6:56 to play and counting in quarter number 3. And Norton was trying to drive along the baseline. Torado gets called for his first personal. Each team now with 1 team foul in the second half. Norton loses the ball. Oh, and great effort by Betty to tie up Norton for a jump ball. I think it looked like it came off the leg of Norton. That's why he lost the handle on it. Cameron Bell will inbound for Leuzinger. The Olympians down to 20 seconds out of a possible 35 seconds on the shot clock. Norton being guarded by Dawson on the near side. Down to 7 seconds. Bell for 3 outside the arc and gets it. 12 points for Bell, and now it's a 38-34 lead for the Olympians. McCurdy. And the ball is rebounded by Deshaun Freeman. Into the front court comes Jerry Evans. Evans has the ball knocked away by McCurdy. And McCurdy up for the layup. It comes off the rim. But they're going to count it, saying that Evans went over the cone. So McCurdy will get credit for the point. And with that, McCurdy now has 10 in the ball game. Leuzinger 38, Redondo 36. Shot comes off the rim, second effort by Deshaun Freeman. Deshaun Freeman gets called for a second personal foul. Team's second foul against the Olympians. 5:34 to play, third quarter. Leuzinger 38, Redondo Union 36. 1 possession ball game. McCurdy gets it out to Betty for 3 off the backboard, and the ball goes out of bounds. Reminder that this portion of tonight's game is being brought to you by Pam Murray State Farm Insurance at 604 North Pacific Coast Highway in Redondo Beach. For more information, please call 318-6199. That's 318-6199. Pam Murray State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So unfortunately, Redondo Union cannot inbound the basketball. Possession goes to Leuzinger, and Cameron Bell gives it to Devontae Norton. For 3 by Norton off the rim, and the ball is rebounded by Dawson for Redondo. McCurdy, down court pass to Josh Hawkins. He can't hold on to it. Olympians come the other way. And Norton driving towards the lane. Ball comes off of the rim. Doesn't count. Norton gets called for his second personal foul on the offensive foul. That's third team foul against the Olympians. So got some hot and heavy action here in the first 3 minutes plus of the third quarter. And at one point in the first half, Redondo looked like they were pulling away, and Leuzinger's been hanging tough, and then we have ourselves a ball. Oh, beautiful pass in the reverse layup by Kevin Dawson. McCurdy with the assist, 8 points for Dawson, 38-38 tie, a first tie of the ball game tonight. The Redondo foul is called against Chad Tirado. And I might have been able to hear PA announcer Jim Ball say Tirado in the background, but we understand that Chad told the coaches it's Tirado, so we'll go by that. Edric Stamps at the free throw line. That free throw gives Stamps 8 points in the game. Gordon Sutton back in the ball game, taking over for Josh Hawkins. Hawkins 6'5", Sutton 6'7", so they go a little taller there by a couple of inches. Second free throw by Stamps comes off the backboard, rebounded by Betty. Betty to McCurdy. McCurdy double team. Dawson inside the arc for two. That's short. Off the rim. Follow-up shot by McCurdy is good. And the putback by McCurdy, 12 points for Justin. 40-39, Redondo retakes the lead. 1 point lead for the Seahawks. Now exactly 4 minutes to go, midway third quarter. 3-point shot attempt by Evans, no good. McCurdy to Dawson, and then Dawson all of a sudden has the ball slip out of his hands, out of bounds, right in front of the Redondo coaching staff, especially right in front of his head coach, Tom Meyer. Tom Meyer not too happy with that play. 3:50 left, third quarter. Redondo Union 40, Leuzinger 39. These two teams always play each other close. They had a close one last year right here at Seahawks Pavilion. Pass into Freeman. Freeman with 7, and Leuzinger retakes the lead 41-40 with 3.5 to go third quarter. Redondo, his shot, rebounded by Leuzinger. That was Freeman. And the putback attempt. (43-40). We did not see who scored. Norton gets his third. 4 team fouls now against the Olympians. DeAndre Betty will inbound the basketball for Redondo. Gets into Dawson. Redondo. 30 seconds on the shot clock. They have a long time before they have to shoot this thing. McCurdy now. Back to Dawson. Dawson for 3. Short. Rebounded by McCurdy. McCurdy on the putback. That's short. Gets his own rebound. Gets it out to Betty. Fresh 35-second shot clock. 25 on the shot clock. 2:40 remaining third quarter. McCurdy for 3. That's short. And the ball's rebounded by Deshaun Freeman. Norton. 10 points for Devontae Norton. And there's a timeout on the floor. 2 minutes, 25 seconds to go third quarter. With the score, the Leuzinger Olympians 45 and the Redondo Union Seahawks 40. Well, tonight's game is being brought to you in part by your friends and neighbors at Pam Murray State Farm Insurance at 604 North Pacific Coast Highway in Redondo Beach. Pam Murray State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Cooking Stuff, celebrating its 35th anniversary in 2008. 20,000 items at 11,000 square feet. If Cooking Stuff doesn't have it, you don't need it. By Cornerstone Windows and Doors, exceeding expectations. Bay Cities National Bank with 5 locations to serve you in the South Bay, including 1333 South Pacific Coast Highway in Redondo Beach. Bay Cities National Bank, the community business bank of the South Bay. And by the Performance Plus Tire and Automotive Centers in Torrance. And again, we want to thank Pam Murray and her staff at Pam Murray State Farm Insurance for their continuing support over all these years. This is our 8th year of doing Redondo Union High School basketball overall, and 4th year in a row on Time Warner Cable Channel 45. And Pam Murray State Farm Insurance has been with us the entire way. And again, we are so happy to have them back this year with us as one of our main sponsors. Hoping that you're enjoying all the action of Bay League basketball from Seahawks Pavilion at Redondo Union High School. So play resumes, 45-40, 5-point lead for the Olympians. Jamar Cannon in the ball game now with the ball for Redondo, and give it off to Chris Mendoza. Betty back to Mendoza. Mendoza for 2. And the ball is rebounded by Freeman. Shot at the other end, blocked Norton out to Evans. Norton for three. That comes back, and the ball is rebounded by Chad Redondo for Redondo. 1:40 to go, third quarter. Leuzinger 45, Redondo 40. Three-point shot comes off. That was Jamar Cannon. Betty now with the ball. They got a fresh 35-second shot clock, by the way, after that shot attempt by Cannon. Battle by Sutton. Sutton on the putback. 5 points for Sutton in the ball game. One possession contest. Betty picks up the loose ball. 1 minute to play, third quarter. 45-42 Leuzinger. And a foul on the shot by Jamar Cannon. So Cannon will go to the free throw line. Deshaun Freeman now picks up his third personal foul. So Freeman and Norton both with 3 fouls. Jamar Cannon at the line, 6'1" sophomore guard. And that one looked like it was going to fall in, but comes out. Cameron Bell checks back into the Leuzinger lineup for head coach Reggie Morris Jr. As we said earlier in the contest, in case you missed it, his dad, Reggie Morris Sr., is a basketball coach at Southwest College in Los Angeles. Roy Gordon into the ball game. I see number 33 in the back of his red Leuzinger uniform. He's checked in for the first time. Cannon gets the second one for his first point of the ball game. And it's 45-43 Leuzinger. Redondo led 34-33 at the break. Been tied once at 38 all. Boy, I tell you, Sutton and Mendoza were applying a lot of pressure on Edric Stamps. Mendoza will pick up the foul. Edric Stamps at the free throw line. Stamps with 8 points in the ball game, make it 9. He had a 2-point field goal and a 3-point shot in the first half for his 5. He had a field goal here in the third quarter and 2 free throws. He misses that one. And the rebound and putback by Deshaun Freeman. Freeman is going to pick up the foul against Redondo. Sutton is called for his first personal foul. That's the 4th team foul in the second half against Redondo. 5 team fouls against Leuzinger so far in the third quarter. And Deshaun Freeman, 6'7" senior, wing and post at the line. And that one does not count. It's his first miss at the charity stripe. He was 3 for 3 from the line in the first quarter. Has 7 points in the game. Leuzinger leading Redondo Union 46-43 with 42 seconds left in the third quarter, which means the shot clock will run 7 seconds ahead of that. 8 points now for Freeman. So no matter what, Leuzinger will have at least one more chance to shoot the basketball here in the third quarter. Olympians 47, Seahawks 43. 35 seconds left in the quarter, 28 seconds left on the shot clock. Dawson, and he will get called for traveling. So now the shot clock has been turned off with 29 seconds to go in the third quarter. Now Leuzinger can work for the last shot. Devontae Norton checks back in the lineup for the Olympians. Larry Dennis with the basketball for Leuzinger. Down to 15 seconds on the scoreboard in the third quarter. Again, shot clock's been turned off. Roy Gordon. And a block shot. Here comes Brandon Boyd, loses the handle. And the buzzer sounds as a count. And then they're going to say no. And that is the end of the third quarter with the score. The Leuzinger Olympians 47 and the Redondo Union Seahawks 43. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Pam Murray State Farm Insurance at 604 North Pacific Coast Highway in Redondo Beach. Pam Murray State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Cookin' Stuff, celebrating its 35th anniversary in 2008. 20,000 items and 11,000 square feet. If Cookin' Stuff doesn't have it, you don't need it. By Cornerstone Windows and Doors, exceeding expectations. By Bay Cities National Bank, with 5 locations to serve you, including 1333 South Pacific Coast Highway in Redondo Beach. Bay Cities National, the community business bank of the South Bay. And by the Performance Plus Tire and Automotive Centers in Torrance. Well, here we go. 8 minutes to play, and the Leuzinger Olympians lead the Redondo Seahawks 47-43. Along with our producer-director, John Geyer, I'm David Smock, courtside at Seahawk Pavilion on the campus of Redondo Union High School. Kevin Dawson, just to the right of our broadcast location, will inbound the basketball for Redondo. Here we go, last 8 minutes. Will it be 8 or do we go overtime tonight? Ball gets into McCurdy. The ball goes out of bounds. Bell, the leading scorer for Leuzinger, 12 points. Stamps has 9, 8 for Freeman. And we'll update Redondo second. Shot for 3 by Cameron Bell. Gives Bell 15 points. Dawson has his shot come off the rim. Justin McCurdy leading the scorer for Redondo with 12 points, followed by Nick Garrity off the bench with 7. Foul took place before the shot, and it's going to be called against the Seahawks. And that'll be Gordon Sutton getting his second personal foul. That's the 5th team foul. Both teams with 5 fouls in the second half. Jordan Mitchell will check into the ball game in place of Gordon Sutton, 6'7" sophomore center, into the Redondo lineup for Coach Tom Meyer in his 7th season. And the basket by Bell. And now Cameron Bell with 17 points for the Olympians unofficially. Pass intercepted by Norton. And traveling against Devontae Norton. 6:55 to go in the game. Leuzinger leading Redondo by 9, 52-43. That is the biggest lead of the ball game for Leuzinger. They were tied with almost 4:32 to play in the third quarter at 38-38. And since then, the Olympians have outscored Redondo 14-5, and that's why they have the 9-point margin. For Leuzinger, they come into this contest 11-7 overall, 2-1 in the Bay League. For Redondo, they are 9-8 overall and 1-2 in league play. And a win tonight for Redondo would draw them even, and it would drop Leuzinger down to 2-2 as well. If they lose, they will go to, and they meaning Redondo, if Redondo loses, they will go to 1-3 in the league. And when you only have 10 league games, you don't want to be down that much this soon, but we still have a lot of basketball to be played. 6:55 to go in regulation. Leuzinger 52, Redondo 43. Dawson into the front court. Over to McCurdy. McCurdy drives. Off the glass. Score. McCurdy with 14. Jerry Evans with the basketball for the Olympians. 6.5 minutes to go. 7-point ball game. 52-45 Leuzinger. Shot by Evans. Off the glass. Rebounded by Kevin Dawson for Redondo. Redondo comes off the rim. Rebounded by Bell. Pass intercepted by Betty. Still another chance for the Seahawks to pull within 5. Redondo from the corner. In and out. Ball out of bounds. Possession will belong to Leuzinger. A couple of veteran coaches in the Bay League. Reggie Morris Jr. in his 6th year as the head coach of the Olympians. Tom Meyer in his 7th year as head coach of the Seahawks. Of course, before that, Meyer, longtime basketball coach at Chadwick School up on the Palos Verdes Peninsula. Shot clock under 17. In and out on the shot by Norton. Rebound by Evans. His shot doesn't go in. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession to Redondo. 5:22 to play in the 4th quarter. The Leuzinger Olympians 52 and the Redondo Union Seahawks 45. McCurdy with the basketball, being guarded by Norton. Gets it over to Jamar Cannon, now on the near side to Dawson. From the corner, shot by Cannon. The rebound's cleared by Leuzinger. Norton to Evans, off the rim, rebounded by Jamar Cannon for Redondo. 4:50 to play. Leuzinger 52, Redondo 45. McCurdy in the corner, drives along the baseline. Underhand reverse. McCurdy, 16 points in the ball game. 5-point Leuzinger lead. 4.5 minutes to play in regulation. Evans going to the hoop and will draw the foul. So the foul is against Mitchell, his first personal foul. At the free throw line is Jerry Evans. He makes the first one. And so that gives him 6 in the ball game. The Olympians call timeout. 4:27 to play the ball game. And it's 53-47 Leuzinger. Again, a reminder, our next telecast on Time Warner Cable Channel 45 will be right here at Seahawks Pavilion when the Palos Verdes Sea Kings head north to take on the Seahawks, and we'll have all the action for you. In addition to Time Warner Cable Channel 45 Redondo Beach, and a warm welcome to the viewers watching on the internet on Voodoo.com. We'll have the game for you there as well. Writing down the unofficial scoring for Leuzinger: Norton with 10, Evans with 6, Stamps with 9 points, Bell with 17 to lead the Olympians, 8 points by Freeman. And checking the scoring for Redondo: 2 points by Cannon, 2 by Betty, 16 points by Justin McCurdy to pace the Seahawks, Garrity with 7, Sutton with 5, Redondo with 2, Dawson with 8, and 5 points by Boyd. So both teams back on the floor following the timeout. Again, 4 minutes, 27 seconds remaining in regulation. It's a 6-point lead for the Olympians, so a 2 to 3 possession ball game, depending upon how you look at it. A couple of threes will tie it. 3 field goals will tie it as well. And the second free throw by Evans is good, 7 for him. And now it's definitely a 3-possession ball game, 54-47, 4:20 to go regulation. Cannon with the basketball, shoots for 3, nails it. 5 for Cannon, and now it's 54-50 Leuzinger. And the miss by Stamps. And Dawson with the basketball. That may have been Jordan Mitchell with the rebound on the missed shot. Stamps gets called for his first personal foul. Both teams now with 16 fouls in the second half. Dawson, the inbound, gets it in to Jordan Mitchell. And the pass by Dawson is intercepted. And Dawson, well, there goes the water bucket as Dawson goes out of bounds. Well, we've done a lot of basketball games over the years. I think that's the first time I've seen a water bucket tipped over. And the question is, did any of that get on the edge of the floor, and will they try to have a temporary timeout while they clean up the water? And indeed appears to be the case. So 3 minutes, 52 seconds to go in the game. Leuzinger Olympians 54 and the Redondo Union Seahawks 50. Again, tonight's game is being brought to you by Pam Murray State Farm Insurance at 604 North Pacific Coast Highway in Redondo Beach. For more information, please call 318-6199. That's 318-6199. Pam Murray State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. By Cooking Stuff, celebrating its 35th anniversary in 2008. 20,000 items at 11,000 square feet. If Cooking Stuff doesn't have it, you don't need it. By Cornerstone Windows and Doors, exceeding expectations. By Bay Cities National Bank, with 5 locations to serve you in the South Bay, including 1333 South Pacific Coast Highway in Redondo Beach. Bay Cities National Bank, the community business bank of the South Bay. And by the Performance Plus Tire and Automotive Centers in Torrance. So the spilled water bucket crashing to the floor after Dawson accidentally ran into it going after the basketball. That mess is being cleaned up. Tom Meyer over in front of the Leuzinger bench talking to his counterpart, Reggie Morris Jr. And the officials in charge of this contest, Brian Richard is the referee, Ken Landsman is the umpire. And again, they're still kind of trying to take care of some house cleaning duties. And of course, you don't want to have anybody go out of bounds with the floor being wet and risk injury. Now the question is going to be, who benefits the most from this? You know, the players now have had an extended timeout, and they're still talking things over, so we'll see how much longer this will go. They're getting close to resuming action or not. And it appears that we're still going to have a delay. We'll step aside for a moment. 3:52 left in the ball game. Leuzinger 54-50. So after an extended delay of about 5 to 6 minutes, basketball just about ready to get underway. And so the scorekeeper trying to help out, mopping up some of the water. In case you're just joining us, Kevin Dawson trying to go after the basketball, knocked over the water bucket that was quite full on the Leuzinger sideline. So after about a 6-minute delay, back underway. 54-50 Leuzinger, 3:43 left in the ball game as far as regulation is concerned. Air ball by Norton. Dawson with the basketball for Redondo. Basket here can pull them to within 2. Three-pointer, pull them to within 1. 3:26 to play. McCurdy being guarded by Bell. To Jamar Cannon. And Cannon looks like he's going to be fouled.
Leuzinger foul, number 11, Larry Dennis.
Larry Dennis gets called for a second personal foul. This is 7th team foul, which means he can be shooting 1 plus the penalty bonus. Jamar Cannon, the 6'1" sophomore guard, will be shooting. So if he gets the first one, he'll have one more. Cannon in the ball game tonight with 5 points, 1 of 2 from the line. And he gets that one, he'll have one more. So that makes it a 1 possession ball game, at least as far as a field goal is concerned. And he gets one more, and he'll pull the Seahawks to within 2, 3:18 left in regulation. He does. 7 points for Cannon. 54-52 Leuzinger. The basketball, Jerry Evans being guarded heavily by Dawson. Shot clock at 20. And the pass knocked away by Mitchell for Redondo. Seahawks have a chance to tie it. Ball game's only been tied once, 38 all. And about 4.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. We have 2:45 left in the fourth quarter. Leuzinger 54, Redondo 52. And Dawson driving towards the line. Ball will belong to the Seahawks with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Into McCurdy. 10 seconds. McCurdy tries to drive, turns around, off the rim, rebounded by Norton. 2:25 to play in the ball game. Olympians 54, Seahawks 52. Pulls up, and the shot by Evans is rebounded by McCurdy. Another chance for Redondo to tie the ball game. 2:08 to play. Cannon for 3, rebounded by Devontae Norton. And a collision down court between Jamar Cannon and Jerry Evans. Inadvertent. They were both trying to quickly go downfield with the loose ball. But Cannon will be called for the foul, his first personal foul. That's the 7th team foul, so now both teams are in the free throw plus the penalty bonus. At the free throw line, Jerry Evans, 6'7" junior guard and wing for head coach Reggie Morris Jr. 54-52 Leuzinger. Make it 55-52, exactly 2 minutes to play in the game. Evans now 8 points in the game. He's 3 for 3 from the line here in the fourth quarter unofficially. A huge free throw by Evans to give Leuzinger a 56-52 lead. 2 minutes to play. Ball comes in to DeAndre Betty. Betty being guarded by Norton, across the midcourt stripe, into the front court, gives it to McCurdy. McCurdy being guarded by Bell. McCurdy drives towards the basket. There's a whistle, a foul. So McCurdy will go to the charity stripe. Deshaun Freeman gets his 4th personal foul. McCurdy at the free throw line, 16 points in the ball game. He is 4 from the charity line unofficially in the first quarter. This is the first free throw since then. One more, and it'll be back to a 2-point ball game. 1 minute, 49 seconds to play in regulation. He gets both of them, 7 for 7 from the line. Brand new ball game. Leuzinger 56, Redondo 54. Minute 45 to play in the contest. Late fourth quarter. Ball goes into Freeman, playing with 4 fouls, drives towards the line. That'll be 1 plus the penalty from the free throw line. 57-54. If you think of three-pointers, it's still a one-possession ball game. Gordon Sutton will check into the ball game now for Redondo in place of Jordan Mitchell. Sutton, the 6'7" senior. Again, seeing his first action in a while after having a leg injury. We talked to him after the Miracosta game. He was very happy to be back on the court. Gets both of them. And Freeman with 10 points. And it's back to a 4-point Leuzinger lead. 58-54, 1:35 to play in the fourth quarter. Dawson for three from the corner, short. Rebounded by Leuzinger. Stamps. Gives it to Evans. Evans having trouble holding on to the basketball. Now gives it to Stamps. 1:15 to go, 58-54. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Leuzinger. Norton being guarded by Betty. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Shot by Norton. Loose ball, who has it? Coming up with it is McCurdy. McCurdy off the backboard. Rebounded by Evans. 50 seconds to play in the game. 58-54. And Evans charged with an offensive foul. And quite frankly, DeAndre Betty took one for the team as he was hit hard and went down to the floor. 47 seconds. Timeout on the floor. 47 seconds left in regulation. It'll be 35 seconds on the shot clock. And it's the Leuzinger Olympians 58 and the Redondo Union Seahawks 54. Again, a reminder, our next telecast here at Seahawk Pavilion on the campus of Redondo Union High School, it'll be the Palos Verdes Sea Kings taking on the Seahawks. And we'll have all the action for you from Seahawk Pavilion, Time Warner Cable Channel 45 in Redondo Beach, and on the internet at Vootage.com. Along with our producer director John Geyer, I'm David Smock. I'm enjoying all the action tonight. We've had quite a ball game. A lot closer than some people might have thought. Last year they had a humdinger of a ball game. That was a barn burner. Kind of went down in the last couple of minutes, and we've got that same situation here in 2008. Biggest lead in the ball game was 9. And that was by Redondo. At the end of the first half, Redondo was ahead of Leuzinger 18-9. It was 34-33 Seahawks at the half, but then it was 47-43 Leuzinger at the end of the third quarter, and that's where we stand right now with the same 4-point differential. 45 seconds to play in the ball game. 30 seconds on the clock. Dawson with the basketball. Over to Redondo. Back over to McCurdy. Dawson on the far side. 23 seconds. Dawson for three. In and out. Ball rebounded by Evans for Leuzinger. And Leuzinger, the foul on Evans by Justin McCurdy. 27 seconds left on the scoreboard. McCurdy will have his first personal foul of the ball game. 9th team foul, so bonus situation, 1 plus the penalty. Jerry Evans at the line, as mentioned already, 4 for 4 here in the fourth quarter from the charity stripe, and he misses that one. Ball is rebounded by Redondo. Dawson into the front court. Gives it over to McCurdy. Air ball, out of bounds. "15 seconds on the scoreboard. Shot clock's been turned off. Leuzinger 58, Redondo 54. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Possession is retained by the Olympians. And a foul at the line. Justin McCurdy tonight, 18 points to lead the Seahawks. 8 points by Dawson. Dawson gets called for his second personal foul. Jamar Cannon with 7 points. 9 points by Evans, 9 by Stamps, 17 points by Cameron Bell to lead the Olympians, and 10 points by Freeman. Stamps at the free throw line, 5 of 6 from the charity stripe in the fourth quarter. And that's pretty much going to seal it. As it's now a 5-point lead for Leuzinger. And he misses that one. 12 seconds to play. DeAndre Betty with the basketball. 5 seconds, 4 from the corner for 3, off the rim. Ball goes out of bounds as the buzzer sounds. And that is the end of the ball game as the Leuzinger Olympians defeat the Redondo Seahawks 59-54. So for the Leuzinger Olympians, they go to 12-7 overall, 3-1 in the Bay League. And for Redondo Union, they fall to 9-9 overall, 1-3 in league play. Again, our next telecast right here on Time Warner Cable Channel 45 in Redondo Beach, and on the internet at Vootage.com. We'll be right here at Seahawk Pavilion against the Palos Verdes Sea Kings when they are hosted by the Redondo Union Seahawks. Until then, for John Geyer, David Smog saying so long from Seahawk Pavilion on the campus of Redondo Union High School in Redondo Beach, California. Once again, tonight's final score, the Leuzinger Olympians 59 and the Redondo Union Seahawks 54. Good night, everyone.
Cornerstone Windows and Doors, now offering high-quality retractable screens. You only see them when you need them. 944-1814. Cookin' Stuff in Torrance has been named the South Bay's best cooking store for the second straight year by the Torrance Daily Breeze. We'll let our customers tell you why.
The vast selection, first of all, customer service. I love that if I am looking for something that they can special order it. A lot of times other places can't do that. And I think the prices are really competitive.
Cookin' Stuff features over 25,000 products in 11,000 square feet. Everything you need for the kitchen. Celebrating 35 years. Owned and operated by the Cates family since 1973. Open every day, 10 a.m. until 6 p.m.
I got style from Performance Plus.
I got a great price from Performance Plus.
I got great service from Performance Plus.
Performance Plus is your neighborhood tire and automotive center. We carry a full line of major brand tires and rims and specialize in computer diagnostics. From engines and lubes to tires and rims, Performance Plus delivers service you can depend on. Performance Plus, 2 blocks south of Sepulveda on Hawthorne and Torrance. Just look for the BF Goodrich sign.